What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Wolf Crier here, and in this video I'm going to review both my thoughts on the Darkening of Tristram event and what I think the future of Diablo 3 might hold, my hopes and my opinions on that matter. So let's start off with the Darkening of Tristram event added to Diablo 3's PTR, and that will go live early 2017. I understand what they were going for here. I applaud it, actually. But, in my opinion, this could have been done much better. It does actually showcase how small of a team might actually be working for Blizzard under the Diablo umbrella at this moment. I know they're doing a lot of hiring even to date, but when this came out, they were still a skeleton crew trying to give us something for the Diablo anniversary. And I do applaud that. I do think it was a great idea. Its execution, however, in my opinion, comes off as cheap. Instead of taking 2 or 3, maybe 4 maps from Diablo 1 and making them in the Diablo 3 engine with Diablo 3 graphics, they decided to use Diablo 3 maps, add a couple nods to Diablo 1 in it, put a special filter on it, and remove some frame rates in order to make it look like it was made back in Diablo 1 times, the 1997 era, that sort of thing. It definitely feels like a cheaper version of what they could have done. It feels like the 16 levels were unnecessary. I would have rather had a smaller yet more tuned to what Diablo 1 actually was, using their maps, etc. I like the couple of nods here and there with the Bloodstone thing and the mobs and all that. That was cool, but they made it look cheap. Diablo 3 has really good graphics, whether you like the cartoony aspect, find it too cartoony, that type of thing. The graphics are good. It's why we're able to pull off some of the stuff in video games that we can nowadays, is graphics have improved. To give recognition to Diablo 1 simply by taking Diablo 3's graphics and dumbing them down is kind of a slap in the face, in my opinion. Guys, this part of it is definitely my opinion, but I feel that it could have been better. It could have been executed more. The UI, the hand-drawn type UI, it's pretty cool, but it definitely adds to the cheapness of what they did. I understand they did not have the capabilities that something like WoW or Overwatch has. They don't have the manpower to pull that off. But I would have rather have seen a smaller scale type of thing, not 16 levels, maybe 3 or 4 levels, using Diablo 1 content. Because let's face it, the 16 levels definitely start to feel unnecessary the further you go in the event, because a lot of the levels are very scarce with mobs, and they definitely still feel like Diablo 3 and not so much Diablo 1. If it wasn't for the filter and the 8 degree of movement, it would be D3. Certain aspects looked wicked cool. The mobs, that type of thing. Like I said, the Bloodstone event and a few other little nods to Diablo 1, those were cool. But I think that the 16 levels were unnecessary. It just adds time. The pet, the butcher pet, is amazing. I like that pet. I find it to be the best pet in the game. I definitely enjoy getting that, but it just feels cheap, ladies and gentlemen. And hopefully going forward, at least this can show us, the community, that they are trying stuff. Whether they fail or whether we all like it or not, that's irrelevant. The fact that they are still giving us stuff kind of negates the whole maintenance mode thing, which is a good thing, ladies and gentlemen. Just because I don't like the event overall, I like the fact that it was added, because it tells us that they're willing to try. Remember, this event was created by people on their own time, some of it. So they weren't getting paid for this, and yet they still tried to give us something that we would like. And just because some people like me or other people don't really care for it overall doesn't mean it's a bad thing. That and the butcher pet's pretty cool. The cow pet's pretty cool. I will put up a video on how to get those. I know I'm wicked late, but I'm still fighting this cold, ladies and gentlemen, so I'll get to that eventually, maybe later today or tomorrow. On to the future of Diablo and what's in store for us. At Blizzcon 2016, they announced the Necromancer, which I think is amazing. I know we were all hoping for an expansion or Diablo 4 announcement, but you know what? The fact that we have paid DLC coming, if it is successful, that could lead to even more improvements to the game. BlizzCon announced the material storage space system and the armory system and improved GRs and a bunch of other stuff that will improve the quality of life of the game. Keep in mind, we only paid like $120 combined or less for this game, and the countless of hours that I've spent, I would say that's well worth it. The future does not look as bleak as I once thought with, maintenance mode right around the corner and that type of thing. I definitely think that the Necromancer will bring new life, not only to the player base, but to the game itself, because if this is successful, they will add more. Perhaps the Druid. That was my favorite Diablo 2 character class. So let's just hope that this is successful, because if it is, if there is a monetary, financial reason for Blizzard to start backing Diablo 3 more, we will get more content. You got to keep in mind, once we paid for the game, it was done. They were done making money. So they still pay a salary to all these people working for Diablo, but they're not really adding a ton more money. Yes, people are still buying the game, which is cool because that adds to the community. But overall, they're not making what they made at launch. With that being said, stuff like DLC, class packs, stuff like that, that will add to the life of the game. Yes, we all despise the fact of the way everything's going with paid DLC for every game. Even if a game's only been out for 3 weeks, they release a paid DLC patch. But Diablo 3 never had any of that. The only money that it ever made was off the auction house, if it made much at all off of that. Because I don't think they made as much as we thought they did. But other games, Path of Exile, Heroes of the Storm, Overwatch, all that stuff has stuff you can buy in the games. A reason to pay people to make more product. Design new things for the game. Cosmetics are something you can purchase in almost every game. Look at League of Legends, how much money Riot makes off their free-to-play games. Same with Heroes of the Storm, Overwatch, that type of stuff. Same with PoE. It's allowed to have a bigger crew because it makes money monthly. There's no subscription fee in Diablo. There's no item mall in Diablo. There's no charging for cosmetics or anything like that. So I think that if the Necromancer is successful, we can get more content. Because if they create one and it does well, they will create another, and then they will work towards creating other things. And I'm okay with paying more to get more, because I've already got everything I paid for out of Diablo 3. You can say you have, say you haven't, etc., but I've played well over 1,000 hours for Diablo 3, in my opinion, since it came out. I mean, so I've definitely got my money's worth out of this game. And I still enjoy the game. Do I play other stuff too now and then? Yep. But overall, I always come back to Diablo at the beginning of a season or throughout seasons usually. I'm still very interested in Diablo. The hype train that happened this summer leading up to BlizzCon, Gamescom, all that stuff, that was us. So the the want and the need by the community is there. It's strong, and we've displayed that to Blizzard. So hopefully they will listen to us, and hopefully we can get more. And you know what? I am definitely looking forward to Season 9 because those new quality of life things like the mats, the armory, all that stuff is going to make the game easier for me. I no longer have to level up another guy to switch gear, which is going to be awesome. Forge of Mats is not going to take up my entire first page, first stash tab, etc. So that's a good thing. Same as the GR improvements. That's a quality of life thing that I think will make the game better. I am definitely looking forward to the future of the Diablo franchise. I'm truly thinking that if the Necromancer succeeds, we will get even more. And that is what I hope for. So let's just hope for the best with Diablo 3 and the future of Diablo itself. Guys, thank you very much for listening to me ramble. You guys are amazing. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you that watches my videos. Thank you very much. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Peace.